Welcome back to A.C.C. Garage, where the subscriptions count and the consistency doesn't matter. Or time conception. Or getting shit done. Well, actually, I'm getting some shit done today. So, Mopar guys, I can already hear you screaming internally. Because I painted the 318. Oh, yeah. White. All the Chrysler guys are screaming because it is not ugly ass turquoise or Hemi orange, which, to be honest, it's not going to look good in a goldish brown truck. Neither is white. Who cares? I'm trying something new. This is actually a surface paint I bought from Sherwin-Williams to try out because I couldn't find the Rust-Oleum rusty metal. So what are we doing today? Well, the budget's been taking a hit lately. I mean, a lot of hits. I mean, it looks like it's gone 10 rounds with Mike Tyson now and when he was in his prime. So, we're resorting to other methods because the crankshaft has been sitting since we started this fiasco on December 9th. I think the first episode hit. And the crankshaft's been just sitting tied up to a wonderful, wonderful picnic table from the crack house. So we're going to not look at the 318. But we're going to look at the 318's crankshaft. Now, you've probably noticed that right there is not the cleanest. So, most of it's just scale. But it needs to be touched up a little bit. Once again, I have to cut corners a little bit. And there's everyone screaming once again. Like, what are you doing, dumbass? I recommend this. If you want to do it, you do you, boo-boo. So the way you do it is you take some sandpaper. I like to use, in this case, I tried 400. I didn't like how quickly it was cutting stuff off. I like to take my time when it comes to this, just to ensure that I'm not taking too much surface off of this. Because I'm used to using a bearing, you know, an actual resurfacer, which is the big, long, huge piece of emery cloth on a little motor while this thing is chucked up in a lathe. I don't have that. So what you do is you tear off yourself a section of this sandpaper and try to get it to fit, you know, in between here. Now my first rip didn't go so well, but I did cut one preemptively. And you can see it's kind of slick because over here I've already done a few of them just to test it out and see how it works. So the way you do it is it's already a little bit wet, but I like to put a little extra sauce. I use automatic transmission fluid because it's a detergent and a lubricant. So sprinkle the sauce all over it, pour your tranny fluid out of the way, and then wrap this tightly. Like so. Then take a shoelace. I like the leather shoelaces. They last a little bit longer, and they're nicer on the hands, you know, for our people that do not like to have rough surfaces. So then you grab it by the tails, and you move it back and forth. And don't let the crank come flying at you, so you might want to place your leg 5000 as it falls down. And this is the kind of thing you just want to take your time, go back and forth. And yes, I am using a milk carton because I don't have anything else that I feel safe putting the crank on. You know, back and forth. And I occasionally just take it off because, you know, it's not that hard to put back together. And you see what's going on. If you can, wipe all the scungy, nasty stuff off here, because once again, it's tranny fluid. So just take it and just, there. You clean off part of the rust, and it's just going on the milk crate. So you just wipe it away. So, do a quick little wipe. Yep, still a lot of gunk on there. And that's just a couple passes, and it's already cleaned up nicely, a little bit better. So, I went ahead and I scuffed up a few of them, but there's another piece you have to do to this. So what you have to do is, same song and dance, but you have to take a piece of microfiber towel, just cut it up, and then use the cheapest, you know, I was told to use this, which is like $2 at Walmart, you know. You take it, I'm going to move this over to one of the ones I've already sanded. See? A lot better. Way better. Moochy better. So even though this thing does not want to sit pretty, come on you. In the frame, in the frame, in the frame. Ah, in the frame. So what you do is you take microfiber, piece of towel, you know, you've already cut up and torn up, just so long as it fits on here. Even if you oversize it like this, you fold it in half. You have 2 spots now, one for putting the polish on and one for taking it off. So, and always keep a can of brake clean handy. You need brake clean as well to clean off all the residue, because you don't want this in your engine. You want it to be nice and clean. This is just to make everything pretty. So you squirt a little bit on, rub it around with your finger. I would recommend wearing bitch mittens in this, just so you don't get any extra dirt and grime you just got off that, you know, bearing surface. It's okay, this stuff's $2, so just kind of spread it all around evenly. Drop some on the driveway. Helps everything, right? And then just take your microfiber and you do the same thing you did with the shoelace and the piece of sandpaper. Fold it in half if it's oversized. If not, you can cut it smaller so it's easier, like a string. Not like a string thickness, but like that thickness. It's perfect. So wrap it around once and twice, and just slowly work it back and forth, getting all of it knocked into the actual, you know, just to clean the surface up. You're polishing the surface, and it does take a little bit, and I would recommend making your ears long, because this is a pain in the ass to hold. So just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until your brain cells actually go dead, because you don't have any left to just sit here and scrubbing this. Oof, someone needs an exhaust manifold. Just wipe it off. Okay. Then have your backup towel for complete, you know, wiping it down, getting all the big chunks off, and make sure that you check your oil passages in your, you know, in the surface too. You don't want any of that stuff sitting in there. So make sure you have a little bristle brush ready to go in and clean everything out, like so. So would I recommend this for people to use? You know what? I'm not recommending anything, because this nation is very Sue happy. So I'm just showing you what I did to make the surfaces better on my crankshaft, because damn it, this engine is taking a lot out of me, you know, financially and mentally. And also, it doesn't help since I started doing more work for my whew, tired. It's hot. I'm sweating like a whore in church, if you couldn't tell. So just from doing that, playing with a string, and I'm sweating. Good God, get away. Too far. Ugh. Woo. There we go. That's what happens when a mechanic's a cameraman. But anyway, that's how I polished my crank. Would I recommend it? Once again, I don't recommend anything, because it could be a variable different. You could blow your motor up. You can get a ton of this in the motor. This is what I did. You saw it happen. Okay. But no, just time's been a little bit thin, because I've been picking up, you know, 84-hour weeks at work and blah, blah, blah. Not your problem. Your problem is to watch my ugly mug try to do stupid shit with stuff I probably shouldn't even be touching. So thank you for watching A.C.C. Garage. That's how I polished my crank. That's an update on the 318. Yeah. Project Fairlane's just sitting. We'll do a crack house update and all the projects update. Maybe. Till next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.